Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, in our app settings, basically what we are going to do is set a configuration name Azure AD B2C, when we will have the instance, the client ID, the domain, the sign out callback path, the sign up sign in policy ID, the reset password policy ID, the edit profile policy ID, and the callback path. We can actually leave it or not, because the default is actually going to redirect to sign in dash OIDC. Okay, if you see, this Azure ADB2C is actually what we are retrieving in the get section. Remember that when we added this configuration, we said that for the OpenID Connect options, we are going to configure it with whatever comes from this section from the application configuration. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to set the instance ID. So for that, we go to our Azure AD B2C. Sorry. Okay, so we go to our user flows. We go to here. We can go to the run user flow, and you will see that let's see, no, not here. Well, here, if you run it, you see that we have the first part. We can retrieve it from there. We actually need to retrieve the one which has this part, the B2C login part. So in our JSON, we are going to set the instance. It's going to be the demo B2C login. Okay, our client ID, we are actually going to retrieve from our application. So we see that in our application we have this application ID. So we will copy that, and we'll set that our application is this one. Okay, the domain is the actual domain we set for our AD. Okay, and then we see that we have this B2C1 dash, which are the IDs. So there we are actually going to set, since currently we only have this one because we didn't create it, other flows for the edit password, we are just going to put the same name for all of them, though they are not going to work. We are not even going to test the reset nor the edit profile. Okay, so now we have already set up our application. So what do we need to do? Basically just test that everything is working correctly. So we already said that this link is going to redirect to the Microsoft Identity area under the account sign in action, and let's see if that actually works. If everything is set up correctly, we will see the flow as we see it before when we were In the previous video when we were seeing or testing the user flow from within the Azure Active Directory B2C administration pages. Okay, so let's wait for our application to start. Okay, so if we click this sign up in, let's see if it actually works. We see that it tries to redirect. Okay, it went to the index. I just wanted to show you something here. These are the current claims for my user. That's because I am already authenticated. Okay, so let's see what actually happens if I just remove everything. Refresh the application. Okay, let's see, user.claims. Okay, my claims at the moment are actually empty. So now, sign up, sign in. It redirects us to the authentication, right? You click login. I am already authenticated with Facebook. Okay. Now let's see my user claims. And we have here. Now, if you notice, I didn't see the fields to input my my information, because my user is already created in the Azure AD B2C it's already created in my Azure AD B2C. So I'll go to the demo. Okay, I'll go to the B2C. I'll go to users and I will remove this user for a second. Okay, this is the Facebook linked user. I already deleted everything from here, so let's refresh. Sign up, sign in. Okay. logs in into Facebook, and now it actually does redirect me to the B2C login information request page. I don't know how to call it, but where I can set the information that I needed to collect, right? Since my user at this moment hasn't been created yet because I just deleted, it requests me for all of this. So let's say that we are in United States. Okay. Okay. Now if I go to user.claims, we see that we have all the information that we had set to collect. We have the name identifier, we have this time, we have the given name, the identity provider, it was Facebook, the object identifier, we have the if it was a new user or not, the email, we have the country, we have the CEO, and we have the sign up, sign in information in here. So yeah, that's basically the way to authenticate your applications using Azure AD B2C. Now, one more thing, you don't actually need to use an external identity provider. For those of you who have already used the ASP.NET identity, you know that you were able to use that identity and it created users in a database. So with Azure AD we have something a little bit similar. If we go to the identity providers, we can actually activate local account. So we said that it supports email, so it's already activated there. It's actually always activated, but we also need to allow the flow to use the local identity. If you remember, when I created the user flow, I chose for the identity providers it was going to be able to use, and I purposely avoid checking the local account because I wanted to see only Facebook. So if I set local account and save, go back to our application, remove all the cache data, refresh the page, click sign up, sign in, you will see that this is actually now a little bit different. I can log in with an existing account. I can choose forgot password. I can create a new account, or I can sign in with my social account, which was the Facebook application. Okay, this first part is actually the local account. So say that I don't have an account, so I'll sign up. I say that my email is that one. I'll create that. I don't know, I'll say that I live in Finland. Okay, and before we can continue, we actually need to verify, to send out a verification code so it validates our email. Okay, So I'm looking for it. Need to retrieve my emails. Just a second. Okay. And I got my code. I click verify. No, I don't want to save that. And yeah, I'll create a user. Now we can go and inspect the user claims. Okay. And we see that we have here the it's a new user. He lives in Finland. Job title is HR. This is the given name, and this is the email. Okay, and we can continue. User is already authenticated. And if we go back to our Azure Active Directory B2C and navigate to users, you will see that actually I have one more user. We see that we have this one, which is actually name unknown at the moment, and we have this one. This one is from the Azure Active Directory. The name here was unknown because I didn't collect the correct attribute for this kind of local account. For that one, I should have actually collected the username or name, I believe. So I have this first name and this one, the user principal name. So I didn't collect it. So for testing, I will just overwrite it here. These are the differences among providers we need to consider, so everything actually matches or looks okay from within the Azure Active Directory users panel. But it's not a big deal, you just can go and modify it, except that when you have a lot of users, that may not be that easily to do. Okay, so we have it here, and that's pretty much it. We have those users, and we are already able to authenticate with Azure Active Directory B2C from within a .NET Core 3.1 application. I hope the video has been useful. Have a good day. Thank you very much.